Sally the Scissors was the smartest student in school, but she struggled to make friends. Despite being a star pupil, her sharp personality often made others feel small. As a consistent honor student at J. Miller Elementary, Sally took great pride in her academic success. Winning first place in the math competition was a major achievement for her. Everyone in the school celebrated her success, and why shouldn't they? In science class, Sally was known for explaining her observations with confidence. When she spoke, the entire classroom would listen. Math was another subject where she excelled, solving complex problems quickly and showing her work with perfect accuracy. Her creativity shone in reading and writing class, too, where she read poems with deep expression and crafted beautiful stories that were frequently displayed on the bulletin board. Sally was a celebrity around school. Her name was in the newspaper, and her awards were proudly displayed in the gym for everyone to see. However, Sally had a hidden problem. While she was talented and admired, she was also incredibly sharp, and not always in a good way. During the math competition, Molly the marker worked hard, but made a small mistake that caused her to lose. Sally ended up winning first place. When Molly offered her congratulations, Sally didn't respond with kindness. Instead, she pointed out Molly's mistake, telling her to follow the rules next time to avoid losing points. As Sally walked away, Molly's smile faded. Those sharp words felt much worse to Molly than losing the competition ever could. In science class, Sally loved answering questions, but after giving a perfect answer, she would often challenge her classmates by asking if anyone could do better. The classroom would grow quiet. Penny the pin often wished she could tell Sally that her words were sometimes sharper than her actual blades. Whenever Sally volunteered to solve problems on the board in math class, she would grin with pride, unaware of how her behavior affected others. Red the crayon didn't enjoy these moments. It felt as if Sally always needed to prove she was the smartest one. Soon, fewer classmates wanted to sit by her. In writing class, Sally often received compliments for her work, and the teacher would ask her to collect the other students' papers. Instead of encouraging her peers, she would leave notes on their assignments, pointing out errors like, "Your spelling is wrong." Then, one day, something unexpected happened. The principal announced a school-wide project called the Kindness Fair. Each class would work together to create a display celebrating friendship, teamwork, and respect. Everyone was excited. The teacher began dividing the class into groups. But when it was time to choose teammates, something surprising happened. Nobody chose Sally. Not Molly, Red, or Penny. Not even Glenn the Glue, who usually welcomed everyone, chose her. Not even Glenn the Glue, who usually welcomed everyone, chose Sally. Sally stared in disbelief and asked, "Why doesn't anyone want me in their group?" The classroom fell silent until Molly finally said, "Sally, you're smart." Red and Penny agreed, adding that everyone knew she was smart and very talented. Sally looked confused and asked, "Then what's the problem?" Molly lowered her eyes and replied, "Because your words hurt." Red nodded and explained, "When we make mistakes, you make us feel worse." Then Penny began to speak gently. "Your words are sharper than your blades." Sally froze. No one had ever said that to her before. That afternoon, Sally sat alone and thought about her words for the first time. She remembered Molly's disappointed face and Red's frustration. She also remembered the quiet classroom and the empty seat beside her. Suddenly, winning first place didn't feel quite as wonderful. The next morning, Sally walked into class carrying a small note. She went straight to Molly and apologized. "I should have congratulated you on your hard work," Sally said. "Instead, I focused on your mistake, and I'm sorry." Then she turned to Red. "I'm sorry for showing off when I got answers right." Finally, Sally faced the whole class. I thought being smart meant always being right, she said. But I learned that being kind is even more important. And from now on, I want to use my sharpness to help others, not hurt them. The classroom grew quiet as everyone listened. Then Molly smiled. Would you like to join our group? Sally's face brightened. I'd love to. As the days passed, everyone noticed a change in Sally. When someone made a mistake, she would say, "That's okay." Then she would add, "Let's figure it out together." When someone shared an answer, Sally would smile and say, "Great thinking." When Sally collected papers, she left encouraging notes for her classmates. She wrote, "You worked hard. Keep going, and you can do it." Her kind words made everyone feel supported. Little by little, the empty seat beside Sally was no longer empty. At the Kindness Fair, Sally's group won the Friendship Award. As they accepted their prize, Sally looked at her friends and smiled. "Scissors are meant to cut paper, not people's feelings," she said. Everyone laughed together. From that day on, Sally remained sharp in her thinking, learning, and creativity, but her words became gentle, kind, and caring. Thank you for watching. I create educational videos and classroom resources for teachers, homeschool families, interventionists, and learners with different needs. Find my resources on Teachers Pay Teachers and Gumroad. Please like, subscribe, and visit CreateWithJoi for more learning activities.